Joining us now is a man who all he does is go to Super Bowls. That's all he does. All he does is break records.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest tight end walking this earth right now. Incredible dancer. Okay, he's a great dancer. And I believe this is potentially the first time he's speaking since the last season has ended. Ladies and gentlemen, legend Travis Kelce. And wakey, sunshine. How you doing, pal?
It's early over here on the West Coast, boys. It's good to see you guys, man. And yeah, this is my first time coming out underneath the rock that I was just under for a while there after the Super Bowl, man. But it's good to see you guys, man.
Well,
it's good to come back to life with you guys, man.
Well, I told you last night that as soon as we heard that your potential coming on, the boys and I were buzzing. The boys were buzzing. We are big Travis Kelce fans over here. We appreciate you joining us this early morning, 9:41 over here. It has come out now, Travis, and we'll talk about, what happened after the Super Bowl and back-to-back Super Bowls. By the way, hindsight, 10 years down the road, you'll look back, you won't be as bummed as you were. That's the worst game you can ever lose, by the way, because shortened offseason, it's a nightmare. But it's come out that you restructured your contract, as did Chris Jones and Patrick Mahomes, to help out with the salary cap situation. Was that something you just understood was going to happen? Did they come to you because the way? How does that whole thing pan out? And I assume you were very quickly like, yeah, no problem, let's do it.
Yeah, no, I think actually I haven't restructured yet. I think or I can't even say yet because they I don't even know if they've really reached out to me about it. I think my contract was right there. In line with everything we wanted to do this year. So everybody else had to kind of restructure. I think Pat and Chris Jones both did the restructure so that we could shop a little bit this offseason. I think mine was just right in line. I think.
So you did not.
I don't think I have to do anything.
You should have just ran with it like you're a hero. Yeah. I mean,
Take quite the haircut.
You know what? That's anything for the team, guys.
And by the way, you would do that, okay? Because
I would if it came to it. I would guaranteed I would, without a doubt, restructure and figure something out, man.
Have you heard about these voidable years that have popped off? And did you know about this? This is becoming the new craze in the NFL. Like, for instance, Taysom Hill just signed a 4-year, $140 million deal, all years voidable. What does that even good.
Time. Can you say those numbers again?
Okay, so Taysom Hill, quarterback, BYU, now with the New Orleans Saints.
He's a quarterback now? Is he a tight end?
Hey, if those are tight end numbers, you're not restructuring. Not restructuring at all. We are renegotiating this whole thing. No. So they had to do, everybody's been doing these salary cap gymnastics, and they've been adding in these voidable years, which I guess mean absolutely bullshit at the end. Did you know about this? Have you ever heard about this? And was that a conversation with you whenever you were doing your deal?
No. It just went right over my head, man. I don't know anything about these voidable years, man. I'm just,
Me neither.
I just know you play, you get paid. That's all I know.
The voidable years is this new weapon everybody's using because the salary cap became a big problem for everybody. Let's talk about your team, though. You guys are not in trouble at all. Actually, allegedly, I mean, that same report that said you redid your deal is wrong. They said the $20 million is available now. But you guys getting back to the Super Bowl after winning the Super Bowl is not easy at all. That is a very difficult challenge. Even no matter how good your team is, you have to get lucky health-wise and everything like that. When you guys were going through this season, did you feel as if, okay, it's Super Bowl or bust? And is that how you guys have to view it now because you guys have already won one and kind of been titled the next dynasty?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think it was Super Bowl or bust when we were my first year with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that's just kind of been Coach Reid's mindset, and he presents that challenge to everybody in the building, man. And it goes from every player to every coach to even the front office side of things. If we're not winning the Super Bowl, if we're not going to the Super Bowl, it's a failure. It is what it is. And with that mindset, with the goal, the end goal being that, you have no choice but to keep getting better and to keep striving for greatness. And sure enough, I mean, a sour taste is in my mouth for how the season ended last year, and really just fired up to get things going back in the right direction and just playing football again, man.
I've had to relive the Drew Brees Super Bowl win, right, which is my rookie year. We lose. I did nothing to get us to the Super Bowl or to lose the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Which, by the way, is good news. Okay, is good news. But after the Drew Brees celebration, you go into that locker room. It was the most miserable place I'd ever been in my entire life. I had never seen a locker room like that. It was a lot of older guys, I think, that understood, like, hey, this team isn't going to be here again next year. This is not an easy thing to do. Everybody disappeared for like a month. They went to other countries. They went laid low. It is very difficult to lose a Super Bowl, especially when you got a good squad. How was the locker room afterwards? Was there any optimism at all? Who spoke? Was it really, like, how was that entire feeling? Because that is a fucking heartbreaker there in that entire moment.
Yeah, man. I say it like this, man. You ever just wake up on Sunday and got your ass beat by a bunch of guys you never thought you'd get your ass beat by?
Yeah.
That's exactly what just happened. I mean, we never thought that was going to happen. I think I don't think the score of that game is true to who we are and where we rank in terms of being a great team and being as good as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was just kind of the situation is what it is, and we have to live with that. We have to try and get better because of it. And that's all we can kind of take from it right now. It's just it is what it is, and hopefully, in my mind, hopefully we're there next year and Tampa Bay's there next year, so that we can go ahead and go after it again, man. That's all that's really inside my ingrained in my heart right now, is to just work your tail off and get back there next year, because that what we just put on display, I don't think that's our best effort, man.
Yeah, well, and by the way, those types of things are going to happen. Did you? You probably haven't. I never watched the Super Bowl back that we lost, but have you seen the photos of what Patrick Mahomes was doing in that fucking game? Have you seen a photo of him completely sideways doing that thing? Is it like every game is just like, oh, this guy is the guy? Like, is there things behind the scenes too that we don't get to see that it's like, yo, this is the guy? Like, is he like that all the time, or just showtime happens? Is he off the field the same exact guy you would want to be the guy of the NFL, which is what he is, I think, for the next 15, 20 years at this point?
Yeah, no, I think it's every time he puts the helmet on, man, it's just who he is. It's ingrained in him to compete, to put everything out there on the line every single time. Pat's a special guy in terms of that, man. And you know what? It's just it doesn't sit right that we all went out there and had a game that wasn't our best game. And I know that if anybody's motivated, 1-5 is more motivated than anybody in the world to get back out there and try and get another Super Bowl, get to another Super Bowl, the third one in a row, man.
Listen, I got a lot of respect for all your teammates, okay? But as a person that bet on the Chiefs a lot this year, it felt like anytime a play had to be made, third down, red zone, an entire drive, you and him connected. And I don't know if that's something that you think about, like, hey, whenever there seems to be a play that needs to be made, it feels like the ball is coming to me on a regular basis. But this year, you took your game to a whole nother level. How are you going to be able to duplicate what the fuck you did last year? You're getting old now, dude. You're getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, you're becoming an old man now. You know what I mean? You dominated last year, dude. It was awesome to watch, just like your best season yet. How do you build off of that?
First off, I get my old ass in the cold tubs. heard it saves a few years at the end, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. And just, I don't know, just I've been very fortunate that I've had the opportunities that I've had here in Kansas City, and it is what it is. Guys aren't getting the tight ends aren't getting the ball thrown to them like I am in Kansas City, and to have that opportunity to build that trust with the guys in the building. With the coaches, to be able to, be there for Pat on that third down and whatever when we need it the most. I take pride in that, man, and I've been very fortunate to have those opportunities come my way. And I'm just going to keep working my tail off in the building and showing everybody that I do take pride in that, and that I do, want those opportunities when the time's right, man.
I saw you throwing your body in front of people.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Just fire those hips, man.
What do you get, your brother? You and your brother just line up. You're like, all right, I got to start blocking people easier, Jason. How do I leverage the hell out of this thing? You did start throwing your body a little bit more this year.
Well, I mean, that's just I took it upon myself, and I think it's going to keep getting better as the course of my career goes on. That's just me as a football player, as a person, man. I feel like there's always room for improvement, and I think I've been because of how good George Kittle and a guy like Gronk are, because of how good they are at blockers. I think it's kind of it's been whatever. I've taken some heat for being a bad blocker. And it's on me to show everybody that I want to do that for my teammates, that I can be that for my teammates.
You hear that too, huh?
I'm going out there and I got to do whatever I got to do to get that ball in the end zone, man.
Do you hear that? Do you hear? You said people have said, it seems like you do hear that type of criticism, huh?
Yes, without a doubt. Well, and honestly, I love the criticism because it helps me become a better player. It gets me to understand, what I have to do to become better. And I don't know. I take pride in being an all-around football player, man.
A lot of people saying a lot of dumb shit out there. What do you got, Tom?
Yeah, Travis, speaking of blocking, with you guys losing both tackles, do you assume that you're going to have to help a little bit more in that aspect this upcoming season?
Chip.
If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. I think I got full trust that Brett Beach and the front office and Coach Reed are going to gather up the best offensive line that we could possibly get with the free agency and the draft coming up, and just everybody coming back healthy and ready to rock and roll this year. I think, Schwartz, Fisher, I love those guys to death, man, and it ripped my heart out to see those guys go. I don't even know what it means to be an NFL player and not be Eric Fisher's teammate. We came in the same year, got drafted the same year, the first year that Coach Reed stepped his big foot in the building, and I think it's it's definitely something I've cherished being here all 8 years, and for me to be the last Mohican, man, the last one standing of the original cast, man, it's definitely something prideful. But I'm gonna miss the hell out of Fisher, Schwartz, and even Anthony Sherman. You guys are familiar with the fullback that just retired, so
right.
We're gonna miss some guys. That's for dang on sure. But football is going to be played, man, so we just got to go out there and fire up, man.
Last week was deemed massacre week, and then it's happening here because guys are getting cut left and right out of nowhere. That's the NFL that, I think it's publicized more this year because it's bigger names, but every single year the amount of turnover on a team is insane. That's why getting back to the Super Bowl, even though you guys have a bunch of big name players, is unbelievable. Travis, I appreciate your time this early-ass morning over there in L.A. Enjoy your day. Hey, and if Taysom Hill's getting 4 for 140, is he an H-back? Is he? Is he? They're all voidable though. Yeah, you gotta start getting some snaps in, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis
Kelce. Taysom Hill, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Go back to bed, man. You're the best.
Pat, I was telling you, one of these days I got to get myself out to Indy and check you guys out in the building, man.
Hey, we got a hoop out there too.
Oh,
Yeah. We can make that happen if we have to,
Hoosier style, baby. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Is that a 10-foot rim or not? Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Kelce. Yeah! It's the only part of the movie I remember. It's the only one where they got out and measured.
Good part, though. Good part to remember.
Thank you.